Yeah, I just woke up this morning and go, hey, I want to go live. I just want to talk to some people, see what's going on with you all and thing. I don't really have anything planned, I'm just getting on here to say what's up and see what people are up to out there in the wide, wide world, that's out there. So that's the vibe. Hey, Mr. Bradshaw, how you doing this morning? Hope everything is going fine where you are. Hope it's not too cold there. I'm just on here this morning saying what's up. Just going to be on here for like about half an hour just to talk to people. It's one of those quiet days, you know what I'm saying? Well, cold to me is pretty, it hits 70 degrees in the cold. Hey, hi, welcome Romania. Now the names, Dragos and Slobodanka. Danka. I guess I'm pronouncing it right. How you all doing this morning? Hope you all are doing pretty good. Hope it's not too cold where you are and you're just relaxing and enjoying the time. Uh, I guess it's about what, 2 o'clock in Romania now, if I'm not mistaken. Hi from Ireland. Hey, how you doing, Simon? Nice of you to join and thing. Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. I'm just on here talking to people. That's it. I don't have anything planned. I'm trying to figure out this live thing here. Oh, it's 12:21 a.m. where you are. Let me see. It's 11:21 where I am. Hi from Macedonia. Velkova. Hi. Thanks for joining the live and thing. I hope you're doing all right. 18:30. Let me see. 16. So that's like 2:30 in Romania. Wow. You all are in the afternoon and we are in the morning. That's crazy. I remember the first time I encountered a time change. It was an hour difference from the southern part of the hemisphere in the Caribbean to New York. And I remember going, wait a minute, what happened to the time? Why is it different? And that's when I realized because we don't have daylight saving times on the island where I'm from. So I wasn't aware of the change until I hit here. And then I realized the change. Wow, everybody's got different times here. It's like everybody from all over the place. If you don't mind me asking, Velkova, where are you from? Or where are you typing from? Is it Romania also? Let me make sure you didn't say earlier when. Oh, Macedonia. Yeah, you're the one that said you were in Macedonia. So it's like in the peak of sunshine time in Macedonia right now, or unless you live in the mountains somewhere. Are you in Skogie? Is that what it's called? See, I'm learning about all these different places there. I could pronounce the names of places pretty well. It's the people's names that I have issues pronouncing. And it's hard for me because I have a totally different accent and the melody of my, the way I speak is different. So it's hard to get. Hey, welcome in, Andy. Hey, that's my first name. I spelled it with an Y though. Yours is Andi. Mine is Andy. Hi, pleased to meet you. Welcome in from Romania, man. It's cool to see you guys in here. You know, 1824. So that's like 2:34. Hi, hello from you in Germany. That's pretty cool. Is that Berlin? What's the other places? Are you near the Black Forest? Costanza, Costanta. I think I reacted to something that was close to Constanza, Constanta. You know what I mean? Or they might say here Costanda. They don't pronounce the T's, they pronounce the D's. the TSDs. I had to learn that real quick. I remember when I was married, I was sent to the store, and the name of the store was Latters, Lattas. But my ex-wife keeps saying ladders, ladders, and I'm looking for Ladders. I wasn't looking for Lattas. So I went back home and I said, "There's nothing named ladders down there." And she's like, "That's it there." I said, "That's two T's. That's not two D's." It's amazing the things you have to learn when you go to different places. Frankfurt, okay. Costanz, okay, okay. Thanks for correcting that. Not Costanz. Oh, by the Black Sea. You know, I've always wanted to go see the Black Sea. I was watching something yesterday where this guy migrated from, I guess, where was he from? Michigan, and he went to live in Norway, and he said he went to see the Black Sea there, not in Norway, but he went to see the Black Sea. 20 degrees Celsius, nice weather, 20 degrees. Huh? That's kind of cool. Yeah, that's a comfortable weather there. Of course, it depends on what you're used to. I'm used to 82 degrees year round, even though I haven't been there in a while, but I would rather 82 degrees year round. I'm not a fan of the change in seasons, even though it is beautiful to see all the seasons changing. I don't like going from hot to cold and from cold to hot. I like it all year round, one temperature. Hi, welcome, Emmy from Macedonia. Thank you for dropping by and thing. It's nice having you here. I just decided to hop on and say hi to people. I'm a big believer in just sitting around having conversations. It's kind of like on the island, we would just put up a bench on the side of the street and just sit around and talk to people, get to know each other, know where you're from, what the vibe is and thing. And I know this is a big forum, not people going to talk about the personal stuff, no personal stuff. Just talk and get to know each other, which is the premise of the channel to begin with, us getting to know each other, you know, differently than what we are told we are or what people are told that we are. Hi, hey Clara, you've been around for a long time with this channel. Way back when, I remember you. You've been around a long time. I hope you're doing pretty good. Life is going along pretty good for you. Nice seeing you in here. I love you too, lady. It's good to see that you're still around after it's been like what, 3, 4 years? Mariana, Budapest, Romania. I'm telling you, seeing it written like that makes it seem like, something that's out of this world. Hi, welcome. Is that Guriliana Zach 77? Welcome. Hi, Slovika. Welcome. Welcome to the channel. Just sitting around here shooting the what according to the saying. Just talking to people and seeing what's going on and thing. I might be a loner, but I like people and I like talking to people. It just depends on who the people are. Where I am, I pretty much stay to myself. People think I'm a loner, but I'm not. Yeah, I remember you saying that you was from Bucharest. Didn't you also, Clara? Did you also say you have family that lives out in the rural areas, but you don't get to there? Hey, Belgrade, Serbia. Hey, Radu. Welcome to the chat and thing. Happy to see you in here. I was just sitting at home alone by myself, and I thought, hey, I've got people I could talk to. Yep. See, I remember you saying that years ago. Do you ever get to sample some of that organic food coming from your family out in the rural areas? Okay, Radu, I remember you from the channel. You comment a lot. Hey, how you doing, man? I hope you're doing pretty good. Hope life is like we see on the island. I hope life is airy for you. I'll tell you what, I'm bad with names, but if you tell me something about yourself, I'm gonna remember it. And I never used to be bad with names because being from a small island, everybody's got nicknames, so you remember them. And then you say you move to New York, and then there's just so many people, and you have to remember all these names. I would love to. I would love to. Croatia is one of the places that's like kind of mysterious to me. You don't hear much about it. 1,000 islands. So Croatia is made up of 1,000 islands. That is cool. What sea is surrounding there? See, that's what we have in common there, Clara, because we're on where I'm from on the island. I had a backyard garden. I planted peas, corn, cabbages, lettuce, carrots, tomatoes. You name it, I had it back there. I even had like a sheep back there and a goat for goat's milk. And I also had a big chicken coop I had like 40 chickens on there. And the funny part about it, the chickens is when we had our little military skirmish, I didn't have food in the house and I had to like use one of the chickens for food. And after that, I just let them all go so I couldn't catch them to do anything to them. I just couldn't bring myself to doing that to another one. So I just let them out. And I wasn't going to go outside and chase them around because it wasn't safe to go outside. So the chickens were more pets. And I know it's hard to find non GMO stuff when you live in a big city. I don't know how it is where you're all from in Skokie and Bucharest and Belgrade. If it's hard to find that there, I'm assuming that there you all are closer to the rural areas and a lot of communication and transportation goes back and forth there, which is kind of like the island. Like on a Saturday morning, after morning, people would come in from the countryside with all the organic food. You know, people, even people who have backyard gardens would come to the store, to the market square, big open air market, and sell their fruit and their vegetables and stuff in an open air market, which I see a lot of where you guys are from. There seem to be a lot of open air markets in the rural areas, especially. Yeah, it's a lot of work when you have your own garden, but I used to love doing that. Again, it was me and my mom that. That's why I'm a mama's boy. It was me and my mom that was always. Now, when I was young, I was like about 4 years old. We did have a farm out in the countryside, but I was too young to do anything there. But once we move into the city area, and then we move out into the suburbs area, sort of. We had a backyard garden, and it was me and my mom out there, 5 a.m. in the morning, all manual labor, man. We had a fork, dig up the earth, you know what I mean? Put stuff in it and all of that. Yeah, I miss that. I miss being outside all the time. I'm inside a lot right now, but I miss being outside, out in the yard, you know what I mean? Feeding the chickens. My uncle had cows and stuff, so I used to go milk the cows, and he lived in like a nice area there, out in like the woods and stuff like that, out in the tropical rainforest. Let me ask this question: how many of you guys have had the opportunity to visit the Caribbean? I know they like the kick. Yeah, I've been kicked a lot, and they also like to just come at you, what we call butt. Just ram their horns into you. They're very temperamental animals, goats are. But yeah, a lot of people are telling me to come visit, and that's the plan. Hopefully, I have no wood to knock on, and hopefully this live is got captions on it because I think I enabled it so that Of course, it's kind of hard to translate because I have this accent here, and I use words that probably the translation machine wouldn't understand. You know what I mean? When was the last time you visited, Clara? Go back to the farm, to the rural area, and just hang out. Oh yeah, Cuba is nice. It's very tropical. I've never been there though. I've never been there, but I bet you were taken aback by all the old cars and stuff, all done up and fixed up that you saw. Because they don't get new stuff there. Hey, I'm definitely gonna let it be known when I'm leaving to come there. Most definitely. You know what I mean? Because there's so many people on here like you, Clara, that I've known for like 4 years that I would like to actually meet in person and have a conversation with. How was the food, Radu? Did you enjoy some of that spicy food? Cubans know how to cook. And the one thing I noticed about Cubans, because a lot of them lived on the island back in the 80s, they will take anything and make the best food. They could make candy out of the simplest things. They had this candy that was a really hard candy and was like this big, and then you would like suck on this hard candy and suck on this hard candy, and boom, right in the middle, pure alcohol. I don't know if you got to try that, but it was quite a surprise, because they told me to try it and I didn't expect it. And I'm like, it took me about a couple of hours to get to, well, not a couple of hours, maybe like, I was exaggerating there, maybe like half an hour. Then all of a sudden, just pure alcohol in the middle, man. And it was strong. So you got to do touristy stuff. I try to, I like touristy stuff, but I also like doing really local stuff, like meeting families, talking to people who grew up in that place and stuff like that. Whenever I travel, that's how I travel. Now, doesn't mean I don't take a day off to go see some of the touristy stuff. I do. But were they like friendly there in Cuba when you went there? Because I know the ones that lived on our island were friendly, drank a lot, but they were relatively friendly. Your next trip, I'd say you should go to one of the small islands in the Caribbean. It's cheaper for one and a lot friendlier. Yeah, yeah, there's amazing food there. Different. It is so, the food is so different on the island where I'm from. I can't even find it where I am. In New York, I could, but it's not the same as going in the backyard and picking it out, so it doesn't taste the same. But yeah, you ought to visit one day. It's quiet, it's friendly. Uh, Crime rate is really low. Not even the policemen have guns. They just walk around with no type of weaponry. You're gonna get asked a lot of questions. I remember when I first started doing Romanian reactions and even Serbian reactions, people would tell me that people are going to stare at you, and a lot of people were saying, oh, they're going to stare at you, but if you were to come to the Caribbean, they're going to stare at you too, and they're going to stare at you because they want to ask you a question. They want to ask you where you're from, what it's like where you're from. I used to do that when I was younger. I'd see somebody from a different country. Yeah, yeah, it's Grenada. It's Grenada. So yeah, you go there, I guarantee you. And if you're there like a couple of weeks, I guarantee you somebody's gonna come up and start talking to you and asking you where you're from and all of that. And as far as the touristy stuff is concerned, there is touristy stuff, but there's also strict laws where you can't harass tourists to buy stuff. You could get arrested for that. Yeah. There's laws that says if you cost too much in the city, you could get arrested for that. I don't know how strict they are with it anymore, but they used to be strict with it when I was there. You say one obscene word and the cops come up and, hey, don't be doing that. Show some respect. Like I have a lot of friends who curse a lot in America, and I tell them, don't do that if you go there. Another thing that's going to happen to you when you go there too, kids are just going to come up to you. Kids are just going to come up to you and then act like if they know you for years. My real name is Anderson Charles. Anderson because my mom named me after a bomb shelter during the Second World War. I think it was in Sweden. So that's where my name come from. Anderson, my first name. Charles is a given name. I think it's Charles because I'm from a British colony. And there was some King Charles and stuff like that in the past or something. But that's the name we were given there. But yep, Anderson Charles. But it's spelled with an O and not an E. So it's S-O-N. Hence the short name Andy. With a Y, that is. Hi, how you doing? Are you in Romania too, Dan? Oh yeah, of course. There's a flag. What's wrong with me? I need my glasses on. Yeah, it does. Hey, my mom was reading something. She saw it and she said that's why I would name him, which is totally different from my brother's name. The other one is named Desmond, and the other one name is Rafael or Rafael if you're Spanish. Oh, you live a little bit away from the capital. Do you get to go in there and hang out and see the nightlife and thing? Any? Is there like a big nightlife in Bucharest? I mean, I don't do nightlife. I just wondered. I haven't been to a bar or a club in like 15 years. Then again, I'm not much of a drinker. I'll drink, but I'm not much of a drinker. So going to bars and sitting there and everybody's drinking and you're not, it's not exactly, because people tend to get like obliterated and they're not very pleasant to be around. I've heard of that car brand. Yeah, I've heard of that name. I've never seen one. We had a lot of ladders. I guess that's what they call them, LADA. During our revolution, we had a lot of those cars. Oh, you guys all live around Bucharest or in Bucharest. Now, during vacations and stuff, do you guys travel around Romania? Sometimes, like when you were kids, did you guys used to go somewhere specific in Romania for vacations? See, Renault. We had a lot of Renaults on the island. Hey, Anna. Welcome to the chat. Are those really good cars? Are they strong? Good mileage and everything? Hi, welcome, Bojo. Florine, Lucian, welcome to the chat. We just in here just talking it up, you know. Okay. We had a lot of we had Renault. We also had a car called a Hillman. I think it's a I'll have to check on them. Or have I already responded to those? Those that you send me in the messenger? Am I pronouncing your name right? Bonjour? Oh, it's expensive. Yeah. I think it's expensive everywhere in the world. I used to live in New York City and it was expensive there. I lived in Michigan and it was expensive there. West Virginia. Not many people know about it. Radika Novakovic. Hi, welcome, Radika. Oh, yeah, I enjoy doing the videos, Radika. Thank you for coming into the live. And I hope everything is just peachy in Belgrade for you this morning. Well, morning for you guys. Oh, I'd love to see the monasteries. And they're all kind of old, lots of history. Yep, West Virginia. Have you ever heard that song, Country Roads Take Me Home to the Place Where I Belong? West Virginia, that mountain charmer. Yep, that's where I am. Yeah, this is the university I went to here. That's the radio station that I worked at for like 20 or so years. It's called Marshall University. It's like 2 blocks down the street. That's one of the main reasons why I'm here. Oh, it's evening there. Okay. Uh, would I like to move to Romania? I'll be honest with you. I'd like to visit, but the island is home. That's where I'm trying to get back to right now. And then from there, I'll visit Romania and all those places. But yeah, like for instance, the island, I haven't seen my brother since 1992. So it's going to be a kind of a reconnection type thing. I talk to him sometimes, but I haven't seen him. So, nah, the island. Yeah, you could come visit me on the island after I visit you in Romania. I tell you what, I tell you something funny about that song. That song isn't about West Virginia because there's 2 different places. There's West Virginia and then there's Virginia. The song is about Virginia, not West Virginia. Because he's in the song, he sings about the Shenandoah Valley. That's in Virginia, not in West Virginia. I've been to the Shenandoah Valley. Oh, it's just beautiful there. There's some beautiful places in America. The most beautiful part of America I've been so far is Virginia. Oh, I'm definitely coming to Serbia. I spoke to a couple of people from Serbia here before, and yeah, that got me interested in Serbia. It's almost 12 o'clock here. I don't know it in the time that you're using, but it's almost 12 p.m. here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We do. Yeah, it's 12 p.m. here. It's like 11:49. Okay, I'll definitely look for that, and I'll show it to the West Virginians. But this here is like one of the. It's not smaller in size, but smaller in population than where I live here. There's only like 40,000 people. It used to be 80,000, but a lot of the factories left, so now it's like 40,000. And the main thing here is the university where I live. Then the capital is like 45 minutes away. That's called Charleston. And there's a place called Point Pleasant that's about 25 or maybe 15 minutes drive from here. And they have their own little folklore there. It's called the Mothman. There's a big statue in the middle of the place on it, the little city. But yeah, it's relatively small where I am. It does get cold. It doesn't snow enough. I like the snow. I just don't like the cold that comes with it. But yeah, you guys are preparing for bed just as the day is really picking up here. Oh, that would be interesting. I guess it's going to be the same time on the island too, because around this time I think we're on the same time with the island and here. Oh, I'm definitely going to look that up. I'm definitely going to look that up. That's going to be interesting. I know on the island too, they sing that there's a reggae version of it too. That song is really popular. John Denver was really popular around the world. But yeah, you all are getting ready to go to bed just as we are in the swing of the day. That is crazy how the times are different across the world. The one thing about traveling to Europe though is that long flight. Okay, I'll check it out. I'll check it out for sure. Being 7 feet tall is a pain traveling. They don't make anything for people 7 feet tall. Clothes, shoes, buses, nothing. What is the average height in Romania? Because I'm assuming they don't make stuff for 7 feet tall people there neither. Now, Serbia has got a lot of tall people. I know that. I see them playing basketball up here all the time. I think there's a couple of them going to a high school here right now from Serbia. Or maybe they already left for college. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm knocking on wood. Hopefully, I'll be visiting there real soon. Okay, I'll check for that too. Thanks for suggesting. You suggested that already. I think I have that saved. Did you send me that in the Instagram Messenger, Bonjour? The prayer for parents. Yep, yeah, I have it saved. I actually read every comment. I don't like. I read every Instagram message I get. I read every email I get. I also read every comment that I get. And I translate everything and read it. Oh, that's all right. I mean, I'm sort of versed in the centimeters thing, measurements. It was hard for me to figure it out because I was a senior in high school when they said, "Hey, we changed into the metric system." Screwed up my whole math class. I didn't know what to do. Oh man, there's so much. Bucharest for sure. Uh, Bukovina for sure. And now the region of Moldova, because the video I just reacted to, I saw parts of there. Isn't that where that one sort of folklore hero Papa is from? Is he from the Moldova region? Oh, Bukovina is Moldova. All right, all right, all right. So I did react to that before. Just it was mainly Bukovina because the video I just reacted to it did like several other little cities around there. Okay, that's cool. Yep, definitely there. Definitely the highway, uh, the mountains. Definitely want to see those. I want to see the Danube. Been hearing about the Danube since I've been a really little kid. All right. You want to know something there, Clara? I have never eaten river fish, not once. Well, actually, no, no. I did try catfish once. I didn't like it. But then the catfish here comes out of the river here. Yeah. That's a beautiful place, man, Bukovina. It's really beautiful. I also want to visit Transylvania, but not because of Dracula or anything like that. I've just always thought the name Transylvania sounds so exotic, but I do want to visit there too. So I'm gonna have to take like a 2 or 3 months hiatus to just go visit as much as I can. Same thing for Serbia too. I haven't reacted to a whole lot of different places in Serbia. So if you're from Serbia and you're on here, drop some places that is nice and rural areas, because I know about Belgrade already. That is like good for visiting with like historical and cultural significance. But the Danube is probably huge. There's a river right next to where I live, like a block away, called Ohio River. And I know it's nothing like the Danube. As a matter of fact, it wasn't a river like that in the 50s or 60s. They just built a dam and it flooded it and made this river down here. But, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Where is the place that have that like really colorful cemetery? No, that is probably a touristy thing to do, but that just seemed interesting. It just seems like something that is done in South America, where the cemeteries are real colorful. That would be interesting. Definitely, definitely some mountainous areas too. There's a place in Virginia. Hi, welcome in there, Slavika. Oh, you've been in here. I don't think that I've actually spoken to or met a Romanian in person, believe it or not. I may have on the island, but I never have living here. Because we get quite a bit of tourists there, like on a Tuesday and a Thursday when the ships come in, and some people come visit, but I never have. But I just wanted to get on here and say hi and thing, and then get back to working. Anna Bird, Serbia is full of history. 17 Romanian rulers lived here. Oh, Constantine was here when he accepted Christianity. Okay. See, I want to get to know more parts about that in Serbia. You know, I did do some of the history and stuff, so I kind of know about the. Not that I know of. There's not a whole lot of foreigners here, if you want to say. I'm surrounded by ordinary Americans, just people working and living. So there may be, I know there was a kid from Sweden I work with. Let me see where else. South Americans. I see some Africans, Serbians because of the university. There was just a couple of them playing basketball here. There was a couple of Russians. They worked the overnight crew at the grocery store. Where else? Let me see in Europe. There was a couple of Germans. I went to school with a lady from Wales. Oh, the Adriatic Sea. Oh, yep, Grenada is the Isles of Spice. So, how did you like St. John's and St. Thomas? See, some of y'all have been to my region. I think that's because, what people know of those places are very limited. On the island and stuff, we know about those places because in school, we were made to learn how to spell places in that region. And not only that, we were made to like write papers about places in that region. You know, like the former Yugoslavia, we had to study a little bit about the history of that. The Czech Republic, better known as, I'm guessing, used to be called Czechoslovakia. I had to spell that when I was in like middle school, which was really hard for somebody from a totally different place. Yeah, Greek, actually, there is Greek people here. There's a Greek Orthodox church about 7 blocks from where I am, and every year they have a Greek festival, and it's all Greek food everywhere. Oh, I've tried the Greek food. As a matter of fact, when I lived in New York, I worked at a place called the Fulton Mall, and right across the street was a Greek restaurant. And the guy, you could tell he was brand new. He couldn't really speak English very well, and he made some of the best Greek food. So I used to go over there on my lunch every day and eat. So yeah, I've tried it. It's really good. I haven't tried authentic Romanian food yet, or Serbian food, or nothing like that. Oh yeah, I know both of them. I know both of them. I actually watched some of Jokic. Watched some of his games. Oh, I've never done that. I've never confused the two of them. I know it's absolutely two different places. No, it definitely isn't. Hey, the lady from Ireland is in here. Hi, Martina. I hope you're doing pretty good today. I'm just in here, just shooting the you know what, just talking up and thing. I'm trying to acclimate myself to this live thing because once I start like traveling a little more, I'm gonna go live. Like when I'm back on the island, I'll go live as I go through the rainforest and stuff like that, so you guys could see to the minute what it's like being in a rainforest. So maybe one day I might come visit. Oh yeah, I know the difference, right? Yeah, we learn all this stuff in school back on the island, so we absolutely know the difference. Actually, yeah, my favorite food is South American food. But then, technically, I am from South America. So, hi, Dutu. Welcome to the channel, to the chat. Moldova, the Romanian region. Yep, yep. Oh, thank you, thank you. I love doing those. I'm learning a lot of different stuff. I want to learn until I can't learn anymore. That's my plan through life. If you don't do that, life is boring as far as I'm concerned if you don't try to learn as much as you can. I've never really tried Serbian food neither. That's hard to find in a small city. There's a lot of Mexican restaurants, a couple of one Indian restaurant. And of course, there's a Greek festival where you could try Greek food. Now, the university where I went to, they had like an international festival and they had food from all over the world, but never anything from Europe. I've tried British food, food from England. It's all right. I've tried some German food. I never really tried French food. I did react to some Serbian food tours, and man, that stuff looks good. I mean, I want to try the meat there because, and even though I am not much of a meat eater myself, I mean, the last time I ate meat, about a month ago, was the last time I ate meat. So I'm not, but the way you all cook it. No, I think, no, on the island, I'll eat meat. Not regularly, but I'll eat it more so than I would here. But the way it's prepared is the thing for me. See, when I was married, my ex-wife's mom was doing fried chicken. So she fried the chicken and then she took what they call Larry salt, so that sprinkle. I was like, "What are you doing?" And she said, "She's seasoning the meat." And I was like, "That's not how you season the meat. You season it before you cook it." Before. Okay, I'll look that up. Car, I'll look that up. I'll definitely check that one out. But Clara, let me ask you this question: is there anybody from the Caribbean living in Bucharest or in Belgrade? Oh, with pork, with cow meat, rice. Hey, I've had Irish too, and I've had pints of Guinness. Guinness is huge on the island. Guinness and condensed milk sweetened up with ice in it. Ooh. Oh, so it's all similar. That's good. But when I reacted to the food in different regions, they always point out the slight differences in preparation and certain ingredients. There seemed to be a lot of things about Greece in there. Is Greece prominent in the history of that region? Oh, the cheese! I love cheese. There's not a whole lot of us. There's like 110,000 people on the island. Yeah, I think I've said this before. It's so small I could walk it in a day. So yeah, yeah, the chances of you randomly meeting a Grenadian is probably really slim. I'm the only Grenadian that most people where I am know or met. Oh, okay, the names are spelled differently in different places. Okay. Yeah, Clara, there's not a whole lot of us around. We are like really small. Most of us, I know there's a lot of Grenadians living in Germany, Toronto. I have family in Toronto, Canada. A lot in Britain. Half of my family lives in England. Porridge with cheese, yeah. That's a word I don't hear up here. Porridge. Oh, we make porridges on the island all the time. Romanian seems to be very laid back. At least the one I encounter on the channel here, they all seem to be pretty laid back. Which kind of sets in with the Caribbean type of vibe, nice and laid back. Even though we both had our little tumultuous periods in our lives and stuff on our island, it's still laid back. 6 different meats. Wow, that's a cornucopia of meat there. What's a meat that y'all eat there that very few places around the world eat? I know you eat the usual, like pork and beef and stuff like that. Like in some places here and even on the island, people eat possums. Some people eat armadillos in certain areas. What's a strange meat that you all eat where you're all from that around the world other places might not eat? I've seen that pork is a famous meat in Serbia. Now, some people they eat snakes on the island. Some people. We don't have that many snakes. I don't know where they get it from. I've never seen a snake on the island. Rakia. Yeah, almost everybody I've seen videos where they visit there, they drink that. Especially in Serbia during the brass festival where they play all the brass. Oh, lamb, man, I haven't eaten lamb in a long time. Yep, we eat lamb back home too, especially with rice and seasoned up. Yeah, lamb stew. Not a lot of people eat lamb here. As a matter of fact, whenever I mention it, they don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, yeah, a lot of people eat a lot of strange. My dad used to eat all kinds of strange meat. Yep, yep, exactly. My son used to be amazed at how I could take like anything and make a meal out of it. And he'd be like, "Mom, Dad did this and Dad did that." Oh, we got flour. I'll whip something up. I'll make a type of bread that you've never seen before, and he'd be amazed. Plum brandy, okay. Roast lamb. Oh, the roast lamb sound real good. I'd have to admit though, I didn't expect to see spices in your food. I didn't. I guess because in the other, like in the Western European countries, there's not a whole lot of spices, especially like in England and stuff. There's not a whole lot of spices in their food. And you see, that's the danger of thinking everybody is the same when everybody's not. Like, for instance, I remember, okay, here African Americans cook soul food, and I went to eat it, and I was thinking, they have African origin. It's like spicy. It's not spicy at all. I was thinking about African type food from the Caribbean, and it was not spicy at all. Okay, cool. That'd be cool. I definitely enjoy watching that. Oh, we eat. Some people eat rabbits too on the island. You'd see them hopping around in the yard. See, we are a lot more similar than we think. A lot more similar than a lot of other places. Eat rabbit. That's cool. Some people eat iguanas on the island. No, I've seen them cook iguanas, and when you cook them, the green skin floats to the top. Uh-uh. I'm not eating that. And I tell you the one thing that turned me off of catfish. The one thing that turned me off of catfish is when I was in the first university I went to here. It was a college. I played basketball, and they took us up into the mountains of Kentucky. And the guy said, "I'll show you how we eat real food here in Kentucky." And he pulled this big, ugly fish out of a bucket and beats it over the head and then cook it. And I was like, "Nope, no, thank you. I just saw you beat that thing over the head with a hammer and then cook it. I am not eating it." Probably not. Probably not. I'm just trying to save enough money so I'm not strapped when I get there. That's the main thing for me. First I'm going back to the island, and then I'm coming over there. But like I said, I haven't seen my brother since 1992. I think it's time I see him, and he's the brother I grew up with. And you use mustard too. I didn't use mayonnaise until I came to America. We mainly use mustard there. Like we eat our fries with mustard, not mayonnaise. Bread and beer. What is the most popular beer there in Romania? Where I'm from, we have one called Carib. Because I have a propensity to drink a beer every once in a while. Like, I like the taste of it. Oh, okay. Hey, is it the basketball season in Serbia right now? I'm subscribed to a Serbian basketball channel, and I haven't seen anything in a while. Hi, Remus. Welcome to the chat. Oh, have you been in here the whole time? Okay. I don't really have a feel. I just like the taste of it myself. I don't get tipsy when I drink though. I just drink a little. Sometimes I don't even finish it. I just like the taste of it. I like the bitter taste of it, and I don't know why. Oh, okay, so it's been about an hour since I've been on here, so I guess I better get off here and go get to doing some work. It was really nice talking to you guys, man. I'm trying to figure out. of having, I like just having conversations like this, but some people like to have a specific thing that you do when you get on live. And I should have been doing lives a lot more. I thought I needed software to do it. I didn't realize I could just click live on my laptop and get on the live. The last time I did it on my phone and it wasn't very good. I'm actually doing this on my laptop now. I didn't realize I could just go in there and go click, hey, I'm on live. So now that I know I could do this and it's perfect, there's not any lagging or any kind of issues. Oh, okay, okay. I tell you what, the atmosphere and those things are crazy, man. It's like a South American soccer match where everybody's just going crazy and there's just like smoke everywhere and people know how to have fun at a game for sure. But I'm gonna get off of here. It was nice talking to you guys. I'll the next live I'm doing, I'll actually announce it and say, hey, I'm going live so so so. And now that I have the time figured out, because it's the time that was keeping me from doing it. I was just popping on when to see when is a good time, and this seems to be a good time. So 11 p.m., 11 a.m. here seems to be a good time. So I'll be popping on then. I hope you guys have a good day, man. And like I say in the videos, man, let's try to bring some peace in this world. We need it. We need some peace, some love, some togetherness, some understanding, some compassion. We need it all. And you all take care of each other and yourselves. See you in the reactions.